Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to be dissecting a $10 million per month Shopify store, and we're going to learn how we can apply some of the things that they're doing into our businesses. And let's just get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. The store I'm talking about is called Rugs, and what they do is they sell rugs. So we're going to be talking about rugs today, and I'm not talking about crypto rug pulls or things like that. I'm literally talking about rugs. So let's just dive in, right? So the store again is called Rugs USA. Very cool name, very clean name. You know, it doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, which is pretty cool. It's very clear, and I like that. Now, they sell all kinds of rugs, like a pretty insane amount of rugs. And it's kind of cool that you can build such a massive business based on just rugs. Because as I mentioned, these guys are doing over $118 million a year, which is no joke. That's a lot of money. And what's crazy is that the overall market for rugs in the US alone in 2023 exceeded 11 million. So I think as a conservative estimate, we can say the total market for rugs in the USA alone is somewhere at 15 billion dollars with a B, something like that. I think that's pretty reasonable, right? And when we're talking about the global market, it's probably well into the 20, even 30 billion. So huge market. Now, what's really cool about this market that I like is that there is potential for direct from manufacturer shipping. Now, you can also call that drop shipping, right? But this is what I would do if I was starting a niche in this store. A store in this niche. I totally said that backwards. I would probably find a really cool manufacturer somewhere in India. Obviously, China works too, but I'm pretty sure India produces a lot of rugs. So what's crazy is I've actually been talking to some Indian manufacturers in the supplement space lately, in the Shopee Lab Accelerator community, that told me they are able to drop ship supplements from India. So I think India is going to be, becoming a bigger powerhouse for manufacturing e-commerce products in the future. And I feel like this is a perfect one, right? Because it's not a small product, but it is simple to ship, right? You just roll it up, and if you are able to ship it directly from your manufacturer, you can literally sell your stuff worldwide. So you can target every single country in the world. And you can also then expand your product line to have a ridiculous amount of SKUs. You can do SEO on all those SKUs and get a ton of organic traffic and not be constrained by inventory, which is one of the biggest downfalls of large catalog brands, right? Brands that have a huge catalog in e-com, sometimes they tend to struggle or be super unprofitable because they always have to reinvest into inventory. And that's where I just absolutely love the, drop shipping model when applied to a real brand or business idea. Now let's take a look at their best sellers. This is, believe it or not, their best selling rug. So let's sort by best sellers again in their best sellers list. And we can see the Marin Hazy Swirls rug is their true best seller. Now it's crazy. I guess they're running a really big sale. They have a lot of different sizings. Their biggest size is 12 by 15, and it is $385. That's actually pretty affordable for how big of a rug it is, and it does look really nice. Honestly, I like this rug. I might even buy this rug at some point because my girlfriend was just telling me how she hates our rug. And I'm like, dang, that's kind of crazy. I never really thought about needing a new rug, but people are buying rugs every day. We just confirmed the market size here. So huge market. Now this site is getting 1.5 million monthly visitors, and this isn't even a peak season, right? This is probably even bigger during the holidays. But what's really surprising is that almost all their traffic is from the US right now. So I mean, it makes sense, right? Their name is Rugs USA, and I'm not sure where they manufacture though. So let's see if we can read more about that. Origin Turkey. These guys got lucky. So Turkey, I guess, is another big place for rugs. I was going to say, if they manufacture in China right now, they're probably in a little bit of a weird situation due to the fact that tariffs are hitting some companies really hard, especially the bigger companies, not so much the smaller companies. My companies, for example, they haven't been affected nearly as much, maybe 20-30% increases in COGS. I tend to sell pretty small things anyways. So like if a thing is like $2 and we get 100% tariff, now it's $4, not the end of the world. And I have also been talking to a lot of Chinese manufacturers and even Chinese software owners, like the Calidata guys. I talk to those guys pretty regularly. And, they told me that they think that this isn't going to last that much longer, but we'll see. there's a lot of theories on what could be happening. I'll make a total separate video about that with my perspective, but also I'll be streaming soon and we'll be covering all those things live, which is going to be super fun. But I really love these geometric rugs. It seems like these are sort of trending right now in their store. So if they're trending in their store, it's probably a broader trend that you can capitalize on. So I think you could sell a rug like this. I'm gonna look on AliExpress just to see, if there's anything in here that's interesting. Old habits die hard, man. I'm still always looking on AliExpress for interesting products. Believe it or not, like I've bought so many things on AliExpress that I regularly use. Like this wallet, this is my actual wallet that I use every single day. And I bought it on AliExpress because I thought it was a cool product that I wanted to sell. And I did test it and I did make a few sales, but I just didn't pursue it. This was like years ago. But let's see, geometric rug. Let's see what we can find. So there are a lot of really cool rugs. This is a really great niche, guys. I'm telling you. What I would love for you to do is to start a store in this niche and potentially even, let's see if any ship from Turkey. So I guess some do ship from Turkey. I don't know how accurate this is. Let's see this one. We'll see, blah, 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 blah. So ships to this, sold by, location China. So yeah, it doesn't ship from Turkey. I don't know why they say that, but this is a great niche. I would love for one of you guys to start a store in this niche, hit me up and get my team's help to scale it. That's our bread and butter, right? We're scaling businesses all the time. I have a marketing agency and of course I have a, bunch of e-com brands, but the main way that we can help you scale is through my marketing agency and through the Shopify Lab Accelerator community, which involves our suite of software tools and of course our community, which I'll show you right here. We're doing a lot of cool stuff in here with the community. So we're always dropping a ton of research outside of the software. And there's always people just winning in here, which is super cool. It's kind of crazy how well our blueprint actually works because we're seeing members get a ton of insights and a ton of success, which I love to see. And in here in the round table, we're doing a weekly call with myself and the rest of the team, as well as all the other members. We get regularly people that are in the 7-figure range, even 8-figure entrepreneurs joining those calls and just vibing and dropping a ton of value. The last call last Friday, actually, this is the last thing I'll say about this. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm literally just explaining this to you if you're interested. But last Friday, I was only able to join for an hour, but the group stayed on the call just dropping value for literally like 2 or 3 hours, which is pretty unbelievable. And there was guys in there doing 20K a day, even 25K a day. So super valuable community. It's a true accelerator and I want you to join, and that's pretty much it. But let's continue on with Rugs USA here because they are running a lot of ads, but not as many ads as you would think. It's pretty funny to me actually to see this. Some of these bigger brands, they don't really rely so much on paid ads, which is kind of the dream. I mean, I would definitely, if I was in charge of this brand, be pushing like 400 different ads here, maybe even more than that. But they're not doing that. And it's probably because they don't really need to do that. Although I would say that, some of their ads are kind of weak. It's just a lot of offers. 70% off, that's pretty big, but there's not really a lot of UGC. There's not really a lot of organic, like TikTok style content. And that's some of my favorite content to run these days. It's like just really organic content, which you can do through influencer seeding, right? So, if you have a good amount of inventory that you want to get rid of, or maybe, get content from, consider doing more influencer seeding. So just sending out your product to people that you think can make a lot of great content. The great thing about nowadays is that there's so many creator communities too. And on Twitter, for example, there's a ton of creators that are down to make content for your stuff. And I'm not just talking about your traditional UGC creators. I'm talking about people that are just really good affiliate creators. And that's something that we talk a lot about in the community because, for example, here, this is what I would recommend. You don't need to join the community to do this. You can just get Calo data or something like that. But you should really start looking at some of the top TikTok shop videos. This is some deep alpha here. Like if you really take notes on the top TikTok shop videos, this is the reason why we always post these. You'll see some super unique ad angles that literally no big brand is running, which is, they will eventually, because trust me, this type of stuff does super well. But for example, this video, right? I'm not going to play with the music because it's copyrighted, but let's read this. It says, my husband's POV while he's working for the last 3 weeks because I found out this stepper helped me snatch my waist lift my glute, get my 10K steps in, all while watching my favorite TV shows. That's a genius headline. And all it is a 16-second video of her working out, just using the product, right? But it's a really nice POV. It's just really original. And as you see, this has made $230,000 in revenue organically. So imagine how well this would do as a paid ad. It looks so native. It looks like it just blends into the platform, and it doesn't really feel like you're being sold to. So that's another thing I want to just put out there into the world right now. If you're an organic dropshipper, hit me up. Okay, I'm recruiting all the best organic dropshippers to push some softwares. Actually, not even e-com stuff. I'm trying to push some softwares that I've developed over time that I believe, and it's not this, it's some consumer softwares. And what's crazy about that is if you're an organic dropshipper, you'll crush this. Nobody's doing this, and that's why I want you to do it with me. You'll make monthly recurring revenue commissions. So if you're an organic dropshipper and you're doing this for other dropshipping brands, you're just making that sale right now, right? And so you make money this month from that. But imagine if you could make money every single month from the commissions that you're getting. Like, that's so powerful. So hit me up. I got some viral apps that I want to push, and I want organic dropshippers specifically to help me push them. So hit me up on Instagram and on X, or just comment on this video, whatever you want to do. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, some of these ads are pretty good, like I said. Not like insane or anything. I definitely think they're not like the top dogs in terms of their marketing, but they're doing something right, which goes to show, just a great product, a great market opportunity can push you pretty far. I don't know exactly when these guys got started. It probably says in here somewhere. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can find this in Crunchbase. I have a Crunchbase account, which is like $600 a year. So you guys are getting that for free today, which is pretty cool. Part of the benefit of, watching this channel. And again, I'm really trying to stream more, guys. So just, subscribe to the channel. I love making content where it's just raw. That's my favorite kind of content. Okay, so founded in 1998, so a long, long time ago. And it was acquired by private equity. And these private equity guys are doing a pretty good job. I mean, we got people in here. The chief customer officer is from Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters is a massive, massive brand. Pretty cool. And, they have some growth predictions here with AI. Apparently, Crunchbase is doing some new stuff now. The future growth is looking good, okay? So, yeah, if anyone from Ruggable is watching, hit me up. I think you guys could be doing a few things a little bit better, but ultimately, you're doing a great job here. I really like this rug. I think I actually might buy it. And yeah, their descriptions, their landing pages are super simple. They don't, they have the description here, then they have a video about the brand. It's kind of like a brand video. This is pretty smart. And then just some different upsells, and then how people are styling this rug. I love this section. This is a really, really nice section that just gives you a lot of trust. And then some reviews. Some people are not liking it. Some people are loving it. It just is what it is with a lot of these products. They have a viewing room, and that's it. That's all they got going on. One more thing I do want to see is their TikTok and their Pinterest. So on Pinterest, 6 million monthly views. I knew it. I knew that they were doing big things on Pinterest, which makes sense. That's one of the coolest things about running a home decor brand, is that you can go crazy with Pinterest. And I think Pinterest is definitely undervalued. I don't even really mess around with Pinterest. I never even really think about it, but there's so many girls that just go on this website to shop or to get ideas for things. So it kind of is conducive to a discoverability for your product, especially if it's in this category. Now, they are posting a lot of TikTok, so I'm surprised that they're not running these as ads. Like, even some of these images could do quite well as an ad. So I highly suggest that if they want to just keep it simple, just run all this stuff as an ad on Meta. Why not, right? I mean, some people are afraid that it's going to jeopardize their brand image, but the thing is, it's not. Because what's great about Meta is that you can distribute the budget on a campaign level so that Meta shows whatever is going to perform the best. So it's going to allocate budget to that and not anything else, really. So it's really, really powerful what you can do with Meta. And a lot of people just don't even really know that, even at the highest level. So that's about it for this one. I don't want to yap too much longer here. I could literally do this all day. Let me know what you guys want to see. I want to do more streaming here pretty soon. I even want to just play some video games like TFT. That's a game I like to play. It's kind of like a strategy game. And I would like to play it on stream, so then, I can game a little bit and also make content. It's like shooting two birds with one stone, right? And I think it would be fun, and I can answer your questions. We can just talk about life, about business, about the world, about news, about whatever it is that's relevant or irrelevant. It doesn't even matter. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, though. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.